I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in 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 it to win it. Yeah. I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it. Yeah, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it. Hey, he gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning, yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We are, yeah. The devil was in his business. Beginning of all my witness. Just as forgiveness is working in this. Forgiving us like when I go things but on a mission. Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm getting feedback on my own show. Let me close out this window. My apologies for that. What's up, y'all? Yeah, this is the JR Love Show. Uh, Sorry for the technical difficulties. If y'all are hearing some double, my apologies. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. If y'all don't know, we are here to talk about love and relationships. The secrets, the secrets to love and relationships. Um, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, what that may look like, what that may mean. Um, yeah, we're gonna go over it. We're gonna talk about it. I might bring in a guest or two. I may just tackle this myself. You know, um, like I said again, apologize for the technical difficulties. We still getting this together. Um, I actually had YouTube open, and then the echo was picking up the sound from the YouTube. It's all bad, man. It's all bad. So my apologies. We don't get it right. So let's just go ahead and you know, try that again. Because I want us to get it. You know what I'm saying? I want us to get it right. This my new single. Go check it out. No guys in it. In it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in 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 it to win it. Yeah. In it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it. Yeah. I'm in it to win it. Yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. I'm already winning. Yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning. Yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning. Yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning. Yeah. The devil was in it. It's business to business. It's just the beginning. The Lord is my witness. Just as forgiveness is such a magician. He sends forgiveness. Such a transition. He's been on the mission. It's such a transition. He's been on the mission to give you the vision. It's just the beginning. The devil was in it. I know you be sinning. That's watch how you living. Yeah. You will be forgiven. Yeah. In it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, yeah. I'm in it to win it, yeah. He gives me the vision, he gives me the wisdom, the rhythm. I'm already winning, yeah. He gives me the vision, the wisdom, the rhythm within him. I'm already winning, yeah. In it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, yeah. It's every transition, he's been on the mission to give you the vision. It's just the beginning, the devil was in it. God knows you be sinning, that's watch how you living. You will be forgiven, it's actually forgiveness. You know it was written, you know if you listen. That is the wisdom, yeah. In it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it to win it, yeah. In it to win it, I'm in 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 it to win it, yeah. He gives me the vision, he gives me the wisdom, the rhythm, yeah. We already winning, yeah. He gives me the vision, he gives me the wisdom. So yeah. This the JR Love Show once again. Decided to get that right. So shout out to everybody that's been on. Again, apologizes for how we started. Bit of an echo. So yeah, we're here to talk about relationships, y'all. Everybody, it's hard to get in them, hard to get out of them. If you ain't supposed to be in them, hard to find the right person. It's hard to take that to the next level. Nobody's serious nowadays. Everybody is out for self. Everybody is individualized. So the goal is, and the question is coming together, togetherness, which has been my main thing on this stream on how we could build and come together, togetherness. You know, for me, the way I see it, the true definition of love is connection. Without connection, it's kind of hard to love. You know what I'm saying? It's like an empty vessel, loving an empty vessel. It's like love is like one of the most dangerous things in the universe. You know, that's why they say God is love because it's powerful. It can heal and it can kill. It's lethal. It's dangerous. So the way we go about it is not to limit it. That's the secret. I know we jumping right into it, but I ain't got time to wait. Secret is not to limit it. Let yourself go if you do fall in love. But nowadays, like I said before, a lot of people aren't looking for love. They're looking for self. They think the money and the wealth and the cars and the clothes and the house and the car, all that has nothing to do with love and the connection, which is why people got all this stuff, but they sitting at home by themselves, sitting in an empty room. Back to episode one, talking about the rappers, entertainers, 20,000 square foot houses, 30,000 square feet houses, 500 acres, 200 acres, but you in there by yourself. Nobody to share with, no family, no friends, because you just isolated yourself, lacking a true relationship. It's okay to have a relationship with yourself, but at the same time, you're gonna need something, you're gonna need somebody eventually. When you can't take care of yourself, it's just and you didn't spend all this time gathering income, gathering money, and you think people going you gonna pay people to actually care about you? No, they're just gonna take your money. End up in a group home, in a convalescent home somewhere in your elderly years because you have no family. Or you live to be older and everybody older is gone now. And you look around and you have no friends. You spent your time individualizing yourself. Now you got all this wealth and money, but then you lay up in a hospital bed by yourself. So the secrets to love and relationships, once again, togetherness. Because at the end of the day, you got to worry about longevity. When y'all getting old, when y'all can't take care of yourselves, and you have no family and friends, what kind of life is that? What Kevin Samuels be talking about? Dying alone? That's not the ideal way to go, right? Like, once you want to experience life with somebody, don't y'all want to get along? But at the end of the day, when you raise all these expectations and you put all this stuff on people that's unrealistic, and they never reach that potential that you set because it's so outlandish. Sorry, we in the hood. Got a little explosions going on. But when you reach that potential, when they can't reach that potential, you said because it's out of the the norm of what's in reality right now, and you wait and wait and thinking you're gonna really find that person, and then you become it's too late. It becomes too late because this is only a certain amount of men that are looking for marriage, and it's only a certain age that they're looking for it for. And if that age have passed on both ends, men that reach a certain age may not ever get married, you know? And that might be in your age group, your peers. If they're not married, they might not ever get married. So then now you got to either look younger or older. And most of the time, like I said, the older dudes get, the less likely they'll be wanting to get married again, or if they get married at all. Especially if they're like in their second marriage or something like that, and they're older, 65 up, and you think they're gonna, they have resources, but are they gonna marry you? Probably not. Your best chances is gonna be with a younger guy, and they're looking for younger women to get married to. That's just plain and facts. Kevin Samuel spent his whole career when he talked about women, it's not whole career, but when he spoke to women, trying to explain this, and he got hated for it. But it's true. Like, think about it for a second. Men want children, right? So if men want children. And say they want a lot of children. But we ain't talking about the Nick Cannon way. Nothing wrong with it, but we ain't talking about that way. We talking about like with a wife and just one family, not multiple families. You know, shout out to Nick Cannon. Nothing wrong with it. He do what he want to do. That's his life. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's not what I'm talking about though. I'm talking about just getting married, having children. Just regular stuff, not celebrity status stuff. So the average guy who wants to get married, what does he do? He wants multiple children, two, three, four. Now, if you're younger, you could do that. But at a certain age, it becomes high risk. You probably get one kid. And if he wanted a large family, he's probably going to choose somebody that he could have a large family with. So that right there, that logic right there is something y'all not considering when y'all putting your careers first, when y'all putting your money first, when y'all putting schools and degrees first, and y'all limiting the access to men or your resources that's necessary to figure out how to be a woman to a man. When you spend your time focusing outside of that for so long, and you think you could just come back later and just fit a man right into that little window, a little slot that you built for yourself, and the empty position in the bed that you left open, but your focus hasn't been on the man. It's been on the bag. And our focus is on the bag. Your focus is on the bag. And it's not on each other. How, like, we're picking women, right? Most men picking women to help them and assist them in life and be a helpmate, a partner. You know what I mean? And they grow together, they build together, and have a longevity in that route where they started from the bottom, and grew and had children and built an empire and have all these funds and resources. That's the way it's supposed to go, that they pass down to their children. The way we doing it, we starting off with the child and we trying to build the relationship later. So it's like we doing things out of order, we doing things backwards, and we think that we're gonna have a successful time and successful relationship. It's like I hope this reaches some people, um, just to show how serious this is, because like we were talking about in the last episode, go check it out. Shout out to Lawrence. Shout out to all the people that was watching the last episode. Shout out to Scruncho. You know what I'm saying? He came through in the other chats. But we were talking about basically the draft. So I don't know if you guys heard, but she was a helicopter. But the draft, right, is it got approved for 18 to 26 year olds. It's mandatory draft for the men. And we were saying that since it's a draft and these guys are forced to go, but we're in a world who doesn't, we don't focus on relationships. So if they go to a draft, they have no family as far as their own children, their own kids. They don't have a wife, and you send 18 and 26 year olds out into a war. What do they have to come back to? What kind of legacies they are they leaving behind if anything happens to them? We spent all this time on individualizing ourselves, and now when we definitely gonna need each other in this up and coming times, because the majority of the men who's marriage ready, though that group 18 to 26, those men who's trying to, you know, find their way in life, they're gonna be off in war. So then what? When the men list goes even down even more, how does that affect the women? Are y'all thinking about that? It's already used, according to women, not enough men on their level because their standards are, nobody can reach them. So if nobody can reach these standards, and another group of men outside of prison are getting shipped off, it's gonna lower the amount of men that's available for y'all, which is gonna even more of what Kevin Samuels was talking about. The top percent of men, the 1% of men, are gonna have all the women. Is that the kind of world y'all want to live in? Are we really going with the 7 to 1? We seven women and one man aspect of it? If everybody's billionaires, will y'all go for that? If every dude that y'all had was a billionaire, but it's a limited amount of dudes, right? Limited amount of dudes. Are y'all sharing? Like y'all better go find a relationship and you know what I'm saying and stick with it, because at the end of the day, not having nobody, especially as you get older, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen to you. It's all cool now, this strong independent movement. But what happens when you can't be strong and independent and you have to depend on somebody to get out of bed or to feed you or to shower you, to bathe you, to clothe you? because you won't be able to do it for yourself because you spent years and years of carrying all the weight on your shoulders by yourself. You worn yourself out. You don't have anything to give. Now you need somebody to give to you. But if you spent your life focusing on the bag, you've been focusing on going to school and focusing, you haven't been focusing on relationships. You haven't been focusing on, you know, finding a, a spouse. So now when it comes down to it, you won't have it when it's necessary. It's necessary at some point because everybody ages. I mean, we think it's cool to sit up here and be like, yeah, I could do it by myself. I could. It could be cool. It could be done. But what happens when you can't do it? What happens when you need your family, but then you don't have any kids? What happens then? Do you just roll over and just give up? Because friends, family, it give you the necessary tools in your mind to keep going. Be like, I can't go. I got people depending on me. I can't just leave them. I got friends that rely on me. I can't just leave them. I got another job to do. I got protection to do. I got mouths to feed. I got people to take care of, people depending on me. So that gives you more of a will to live. But if we all for self and we all sitting up here like, okay, I could just be cool, in this big 20,000 square foot house by myself. I'm straight. But it just don't make no sense. Like why not have a family in that 20,000 square foot house? Why not have friends and people that actually care about you? Because at the end of the day, you still gonna have to clean that house by yourself. But you gonna keep spending money to hire people to clean an empty house that you ain't even gonna be in. You got 20 bedrooms, but it's just you. It like make it make sense, bro. Like 20 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms, and it's just you. And you walking around on Instagram trying to give tours of the house. Like this room, this my other room. You know what I'm saying? This is my theater room. Ain't nobody in here right now, but you know what I mean? When I be watching movies, it be lit. You know what I mean? And I got this, acre size pool. You know what I'm saying? We jump in it every day. Well, I jump in it every day, but if it was people here, they would be jumping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all living in this life so alone. And it doesn't make any sense because y'all chasing somebody else's dream. The moment y'all chase your own dream, you'll start understanding, like, wait a minute, I got a purpose. What is your purpose? Is it to work? Is it work for what are y'all here on this planet for? To get up to go to work every day? To come home to go to sleep? We paying for food that grows out the ground, and y'all ain't learned how to farm yet. Y'all ain't learned how to cultivate anything. Y'all ain't learned how to grow your own crops and cook your own food. Y'all still relying on the government. They can't. They only could do so much. In fact, like I said, they only could do so much helping wise, and they're not willing to help because it will break the economy. It's not. It's just not how it works. The economy is ran on people being like thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Not just all of us being like mice in little, you know what I'm saying, cage. Like nobody's really thinking. Like if we had a whole bunch of people thinking with smart businesses, smart business plans, and business models that will advance the world, not decline us, not no sexy red. Shout out to sexy red though, but not that kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's great music, it's just putting us. We're going backwards as a culture because of it, because of what it's talking about. Even though it's wonderful music, like it's all at the clubs, it's everywhere, it resonates. It, but it's not what we need right now. It's not what we need right now. We don't need to be going into the more single direction. We need more of love and happiness type music. You know what I mean? You know, we need more of more people coming together, more of that old school, the '60s type music. You know, the those guys. We need that kind of stuff back because I ain't talking about the simping and all that stuff. I ain't talking about the crying. We ain't talking about all that baby come back stuff. We talking about men being men and women being women. We ain't talking about Papa was a Rolling Stone. We not talking about the bad stuff. We talking about the man who's trying to be Ben to a real woman who's trying to be real to a real man, and they come together and start a real family and a real legacy. We ain't talking about all the other people that's left out of this conversation because they're gonna get left behind. We ain't talking about them. They not listening. They not understanding what's going on, how and the seriousness behind being alone right now. Because if you alone, that means you have one income. One income is not gonna last. What Kevin Samuels said, if one for one person, right? Retirement, you need $1.6 million to retire on, right? To get you from age 65 to the rest of your life. And if you don't have that, you're gonna need somebody else's income. Dual income. Our parents used to do it for years. Dual income. It was one big pot. It paid all the bills. We all went shopping. The kids was taken care of. Whatever vacation we needed to go on was budgeted out of that. But it was one income and it worked. Our families, we raised generations of kids and our grandmas and grandpas. They had little, but how are they able to raise us? Because one person was either carrying the load at the job place and one person carrying the load at the house, or they both was working. They both was working most of the time. My mom had a job 20 years, and my dad. So that's how most families ran, and it ran smoothly all the way up to the 80s, all the way up until, you know what I'm saying, Section 8 and all that nonsense. We didn't need it because it was two incomes. They both worked at the factory, or they both worked at the one at the railroad, one at the factory, but everybody had jobs and the jobs was available. Right now, what y'all don't understand is the jobs are not available. They look like it. They say it all on the news and oh, all these jobs, just go apply. But we know the demographic that they're hiring, and it's not black. It's not black men. Go look in the restaurants. Go look in the fast food joints where they used to be. It's $20 an hour now. You can't just come out of high school and go work at McDonald's. They paying $20 an hour. You know what $20 an hour comes with? It comes with responsibilities, degrees, checklists. Now you just can't go get a job. You can't just be in a job at a high school like you used to be. Like, oh, I'm about to just go work at McDonald's. No, you need a degree. That's how they gonna do it. You don't need a degree to work at McDonald's. So if you right out of high school, obviously you don't have a degree. So where you gonna work? Warehouse, telemarketing. It's all risky, you know. That's why you need to come up with a plan. You need a wife. Wives need a husband. Y'all need to come together with a plan together, start a business together. You know what I'm saying? And survive together. Independent ain't gonna cut it. It's not gonna get it. Cause you're not gonna have your 1.6 or 2 point whatever Kevin Samuels was talking about. You're not gonna have that amount of money at the end of the day. You just not. And I'd like to thank everybody for listening. If you've been listening this long, welcome, welcome. You know what I'm saying? Go hit the subscribe button, you know, hit the like button. We here every day for the most part. If I'm not booked on the show or if I'm out doing something um, that I can't change, then I will be here every day. You know, we will be getting this message out um, as much as we can because it's necessary. It's necessary. It's necessary. It's necessary. And um, like I said, the draft is going to change a lot of things for y'all. And I don't know what to tell the ones that are not paying attention, you know, because right now is the time to find a solution. Right now is the time to change your mindset, ladies. Change your mindset. Fellas, change your mindset. Y'all gonna need your families. Y'all gonna need a family. Y'all gonna need women. Women, y'all gonna need men. We gonna need each other soon. Hey, we can't all this running around. It's not gonna be pretty later when we gonna need each other. So I suggest now we find a solution. Now has to be a solution. Ladies, what like enter like let me know. Email me, send me email, link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Hit the chat, hit the comments. Let me know what's a solution for y'all. Like what can men do, you know what I'm saying, to help, you know what I mean, make a compromise. Because everybody ain't gonna make a whole lot of money. But if you women, if y'all got access to funds and resources, why not help y'all dude make the money that y'all want? And then y'all spend it together. Well, like how why is that such oh I'm not gonna take care of no it's not about taking care of no grown man. Nobody said take care of nobody. But you introduce them to, you know what I'm saying, a job opportunity or business plan that y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Be like, look, you know what I'm saying, what are you good at? Oh, he's good at this. Maybe you should help him with a business plan. Come up with a business model for him. Maybe he don't know how to do that. Maybe you might know how because you went to school for that. Like, look, I can set up a business model for you. You know what I'm saying? You go execute this. And he like, look, I love doing this. That's great. Let's do it. And then y'all start a business. Y'all figure out how to get the LAC open, how to get grants, how, you know what I'm saying, to get funding for that business. And then he gets on. Then he start making the money that y'all was looking for in the beginning, and y'all he appreciates you more for that. That you helped him business wise, not gave him money, not taking care of no dude. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. Dudes moving in and all that. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about those dudes. We talking about dudes who you like, the guys that you like, but you calling them broke, but you like them. So if you like them, won't you love them? Love them in a different way. Help them become the man that y'all want them to be. That y'all model and y'all got in his head that y'all set these standards for. Why don't y'all help them be that instead of just putting them down and neglecting the dudes that y'all actually like? Because at the end of the day, especially if they like you, because as everybody gets older, your options they become less and less and less. Then you talking about settling. Then you don't have no choice but to settle. So while you have these options, pick somebody, find somebody, find love, stay together, go on with your life because it is nothing for you in the streets. That's on both ends. So if you're lucky to find somebody, don't be cheating and doing them dirty. Like be real for once in your life. People be upfront. Be like, I got a gang of chicks. This is what it is. Either you with it or you not. But this is how I'm moving. If she with it, she gonna be cool with it. If not, move on. Don't like try to sit there and fixate somebody onto a lifestyle that they not comfortable with and you don't want to change. Move on. If you do want a relationship, you can't go back to the old ways that you were living in. Like be real. Be a real dude, be a real woman. Like start with all the fake because you got a gang of dudes in your DMs and you think, oh, any of them, trust me, they just want one thing. Cause that's not how you get at a chick in the DMs. DMs is for sneaky stuff. It ain't for a real meet a chick at the store, get up, what's up? My name is such and such. That's the real dude in front of you. The DMs is an illusion. It's an illusion. Unless you already know him. But if you don't know him, if you know him, that's different. If you know him, you already talk in person and y'all have a relationship already, like at least know of them. That's different. I'm talking about this, the people randoms. The randoms, that cold approach stuff. Like guys need to stop it and women need to stop accepting it because it's messing the game up. Like y'all need to meet real people. Like I get it, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of temptation out there, but you ruining your own relationships, your own lives because of these sneaky link stuff. I'm telling you, y'all women, y'all messing over good dudes. Men, y'all messing over good women. There's only so many of them out there. That's what I'm so like. When y'all actually find somebody and y'all did them dirty, this you probably won't meet another person no more. It's like it's that slim of pickings in the world. You get like one shot and you mess that up on either end, you know. But if you were the one that didn't mess it up, that means you got more shots. You have more opportunities later. But if you were the one that messed it up, karma is gonna be like, man, I tried to give it to you, but you didn't want it then. So why would I give it to you now? That's karma. Karma is real. It's a deity. Y'all understand that? It's a live entity, karma. So y'all need to pay attention to how y'all treat people. Why not just be real, sis? Like, hey, I got niggas. If he cool with that, then you know what I'm saying? Then whatever. But let them know that you got dudes. Let them know. Be like, there's a lot of dudes trying to talk to me. So what? You know what I'm saying? he gonna have to change his approach. He gonna have to change something. You know what I'm saying? In both ways. If a dude you just happen to have a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, be upfront with people on both ends because it'll always make you the realer person. Karma, like I said, is a real entity. You know what I'm saying? It's a living organism. Karma is real. It's like the moment you want to be like fake with somebody, you want to take over, take advantage of somebody, and you get away with it, right? You may get away with it with the person, but then you'll forget about it, right? The one thing that karma does not do is forget. So let's say you did somebody dirty 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You cheated on them, whatever. It was just a horrible breakup, your worst breakup. You ain't been in a relationship in a good one since. Then you finally get in one, right? It's perfect. You know, you meet the love of your life. Like you in the best thing ever, right? Going out, going traveling, y'all got money, everything's perfect. And then all of a sudden, the same thing that you put that person through 10 years ago, this person puts you through that same situation. Why? Because it's karma. And karma don't forget. So it's better to be straight up, be real, be a real person on both ends. You got dudes, ladies, if you got a lot of dudes on you, be straight up. Be like, look, this is what it is. I'm not hiding nothing. You could check phone, like, look, this is what it is. Either you with it or you not with it. And if you want to be real women and you meet a dude that you're willing to cut all that off for, you can't go back though. You can't go back to that lifestyle in both ends. Man, you meet a woman that you willing to cut all that stuff out for, you gotta be the real dude. You gotta be real then. You gotta come in the real situation. You gotta be a man about it, man up, and be with that woman. And that's it. If she's a wife, you gotta be the husband. Y'all can't keep being hoes in these streets. Y'all gotta grow. At some point, everybody gotta become adults. There is a person for somebody. You know what I'm saying? There's a person for everybody. And that person may not always have the money that you talking about. Money is such an illusion. Like money has nothing to do with the quality of a person. Ladies, your dude could be riding a bike. That could be your knight in shining armor. That could be the best dude in the world. And he just has a bike right now. But you will overlook him because he's on a bike instead of doing what I'm asking. If that's what you like, help him get to the level of resources and money that you want him to have. If that's what you want him to have, you want him to have the money, help him get the bread. Why not look at him and be like, well, he like the whole world is not trying to keep him from getting the money. Like I said, we either have to be entertainers, we got to do all this stuff to get the bread when regular other, cultures don't. A lot of people come over from other countries with money. They come with the bread already. They parents set them up out here already. That's not us. We've been oppressed. We've been stopped. They've been stopping trying to get us from making money since Black Wall Street. And we talking years ago. Because we know how to build successful, economies. We do. We always have. That's why I don't know why none of us, get elected because we could clean up this stuff quick. You know what I'm saying? We have the knowledge to clean up all this politics and all this political stuff easily. We could make amends with all the countries in the world easily because we know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? We know how to communicate. That's why they send Dennis Rodman over there to talk to North Korea, Kim Jong Un. That's why they send Dennis Rodman. He knows how to talk. I met Dennis Rodman. He's a great dude. I'm sorry. He's a cool dude, man. And I don't understand. It's a lot of us out here like that. But as far as entertainer goes, not all of them are like that. I've met quite a few. He was one of the few that I met that surprised me that he was so cool. You know what I'm saying? And was down to earth. So I'm sure he had that same attitude when he went and talked to North Korea. Like we can solve a lot of the world's problems. You know what I mean? Just by communicating. Put us over there, you know what I'm saying, Afghanistan and all that. Let's talk to them. See what they talking about, first of all. See what the madness is about. We don't even really know. We out here just fighting and doing all kind of stuff. We don't really know what's going on over there. We so far out the loop on the news and stuff. We know it's about oil. We know it's about some stuff, land, and but somebody need to sit down and talk. Somebody need to sit down and talk. Because if y'all start coming over here with that nonsense, it ain't us. Don't bring that nonsense over here. Because it for sure ain't us. Y'all want to wake something else up, keep playing. But it's not us. So let's just take 2 steps back. You know what I'm saying? And let's come together. Because if the world came together, we could figure a lot of other stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Like the world, all the cultures, like we all the same. If like I don't understand, like we're human race. We're not animals. We're not the dinosaurs. We're not the dogs. We're not the cat. We're not the lions. We all got human traits. Why not put each thing that every culture is good at and have it all at one together to figure out life, to figure out like we could easily figure stuff out. Y'all digging up artifacts and all this other stuff. It's in your mind, people. It's in your head already. The Acoustic Records is in your head. It's in your mind. You could dig deep into your mind and pull out all this information that y'all trying to dig up. It's in your head. You might need, you know what I mean, how to learn how to be taught to do it, but it's in your head. It's in your head. So we gotta get it together, y'all. Because at the end of the day, we gonna need each other, man. Because y'all worry about each other. What if we started fighting aliens or something? Y'all not even thinking about stuff like that. All this domestic stuff y'all want to talk about, and I'm talking earthly domestic. What if we get hit with some foreigners from out of the universe? We ain't prepared for none of that stuff because y'all too busy playing, going at each other's head. Y'all ain't prepared for none of that stuff. Y'all still trying to fake UFOs, fake all this stuff. What's gonna happen when it's real? When you can't fake no more? Shouldn't we all have be able to have this technology? You know what I'm saying, to liberate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Liberation. Y'all heard of that? What is liberation? It's when you stop being oppressed. Like y'all suppressing the minds of geniuses, the minds of people who really understand how the world works. You think Terrence Howard is the only person that's awoke? No. But y'all rather go at these people, you know what I'm saying, that got this knowledge, these black men, these black women that have this power. Y'all rather keep this down and all occupy but we have the knowledge in our head. We have the seed of life. We have all that's necessary to keep this planet going. And we the least respected. We the least thought about. We the most spit on and looked at as what 3/fifths of a man and all this other nonsense. When we know the basis was Africa, or everything was one in Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? Before every continent split up, it was all one continent. But it was, you know what I'm saying? Africa. It was the center of it. That's why the oldest black woman that they found, Lucy, came from where? Africa. We all come from a black woman. Everybody comes from a black woman. All right? The great mother. They put it in movies, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They put it out there. God has a mother. You know what I'm saying? There's only two pictures in the Vatican. You know what I'm saying? It's a picture of the mother and this child. And that goes both ways. So you get Osiris is also the child. And then you get Horus or Jesus, that's also the child. And Mary is the mother. But it's still the mother and the child. It always goes like that. Mother and a child. And a child that came to earth is the one that calls on his father, which is also the child, the son. Sounds confusing, but it's not. It's two children here, but there's a mother, and that's what we gotta. You know what I'm saying? We all come from women. Women, we gotta acknowledge that we do. But we were put here to protect y'all, because the feminine energy is vulnerable. It's the most powerful, but it's vulnerable. It needs the masculine. The feminine and the masculine energy creates God, the God we know. It's both masculine and feminine in one unison. That's where you get the two and the one. That's what heaven is about. That's the conception. If you look up what happens during conception, it's a big bang. It's a big light when the seed fertilizes the egg. It's a light. That's what it's all about, right there. It's a big bang that happens, and that's the seed of life. That's what this whole thing is about. Say the center of the universe, what they find? Black hole. What does that represent, man? Come on, man. Mother Gaia, look, the black hole is what it is. You know, it she bursts all the universes, all the stars. Sirius is the star. Orion, you know what I'm saying? Orion's, but Sirius represents Osiris. We getting a little deep in here, and Osiris and Isis. These go deep back. Through Egypt, they have the Temple of Osiris and the Temple of Horus. I'm not just speaking this stuff. Go look it up. Go look it up. Horus and Jesus is exactly the same people, or at least they got the name Jesus and his identity from Horus. Horus is the original. There was multiple Christs. It wasn't just one, but he's all represented by the original. You know, back to relationships. You got to be able to come together. Two turns into one. Whenever two or more call on my name, right? I'm present. God is present. Two becomes one. The God formula. The secrets to love and relationships. Togetherness. God. I got a book out. Well, it's coming out soon. It's called Finding God Before Marriage. And it's basically talking about the science behind, excuse me, the science behind finding the God in you first before you get into a relationship. And it gives step by step process on how to do that. One of the main things though is protecting your energy. That's one of the main things is protecting your energy. And and isolating yourself. Excuse me. Isolating yourself, protecting your energy until you find someone suitable that matches your energy. Let me repeat that. Controlling your energy until you find someone suitable that matches your energy before you give your energy away. And yes, I'm talking about sexual energy. Yes, because they have what we call energy vampires, where they know that they lack in energy because they keep giving their energy away to multiple people. So they got to keep refilling the pot because they run out. Eventually, you die. It's just how it is. You spread yourself too thin, you lose a lot of energy. But if you have a lot of energy and somebody who's promiscuous, who's been giving energy away like crazy, they need to recharge off of your energy. And now they become like an energy vampire. That's why like people become, especially like the sneaky link thing. It's always a pattern. A week, 2 weeks, 3 days. It's always a pattern because they run out of energy. They need it's like a fix, They need more energy. So stay away from stuff like that when you're trying to build your own energy. You're trying to heal and recover from broken energy or past hate, past love, past traumas. You got to heal and regain your energy before you get out back into this dating world. And that's what my book is about. So, it'll be out soon. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all you guys for listening this long. We've hit coming across the 1 hour mark. You know, I had a lot to talk about, a lot to get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I did want to bring a few guests in here, but you know, we didn't get a chance to. Um, but I am gonna share a little bit of music. Um, yeah, I have a few more songs. I have. Um, yeah, that I'd like to share with you guys. So give me a second, pick it up. But how's everybody doing out there, man? You know, I appreciate you guys coming out and following your boy. If you've been here this long, if you're listening now, um, I do appreciate it. If you like to support the channel, Cash App is in my link. The link is in the bio. And yeah, you know, so let me go ahead and get this going. So yeah, I keep trying to find this other song, but I'm gonna just play one that I already have. So this one is called Victory. It's already out. It's out on all the platforms. You know, go check it out. Yes, sir. Yeah. Victory, 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 victory. We already won. It wasn't a mystery. I got it on my cross to save all our souls. And when he comes back, the devil is history. Die for our sins. And when he comes back again, the devil is history. It wasn't a mystery. We already won. Now we got the victory. Victory, 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 victory. Not for my victory, not for our victory. We already won. And we have the victory. Victory is part of our very identity. Always gonna take care of all of my enemies. Turn on my weapons, writing the melodies. There's no penalties. There's immunity. Taking my message and got this finities left for a mystery. I die for our sins and rest up again and devil is history. As I go through all the extremities, so it's right there to keep me serenity. You know, part of the remedies keep me away from all of my enemies. Now I cherish all of my memories and pray for my enemies. Yes. Victory, 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 victory. We already won. It wasn't a mystery. I died on the cross to save all our souls. And when he comes back, the devil is history. Die for our sins. And when he comes back again, the devil is history. It wasn't a mystery. We already won. It's the victory. Victory, 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 victory. He's the creator. He made us. He sent him down here to save us. He's a redeemer, not the author of evil. We got him on the cross and rose up again and save all the people. Yeah. Victory, 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 victory. Wasn't a mystery. The devil is history. Let's talk to God. I bet he'll listen. He's been on a mission. He's always been in front of beginning. The devil is ending. We already won and we have the victory. He represents the Father and how he deals with sickness and torment and conflict. Can nobody do this? He's a redeemer, not the author of evil. He died for the people. He died on the cross and rose up again and saved all our sins. Yeah. Victory, 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 victory. We already won. It wasn't a mystery. Died on the cross to save all our souls. And when he comes back, the devil is history. Die for our sins. And when he comes back again, the devil is history. It wasn't a mystery. We already won. Let's give us a victory. Yeah. Yes, sir. So yeah, that is my other single. It is out already. Go ahead and check that out. It is called Victory. 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 It's called Victory, y'all. So yeah, you guys are still here. Thank you for listening. This is the JR Love Show, and you know We appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of y'all watching us grow. And you know, yeah, we just gonna try to get this live stream, you know what I'm saying, to where it needs to be and heard for the people that needs to hear this message, you know, because y'all not understanding the severity of having a person, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a person. And, you know, if you don't find them, you know, that's on you. You need to be out, you need to look because there is somebody that meets your standards, you know, there's somebody there. But when you find them, are you going to be ready for them? Hmm? Check out my book when it comes out about finding God before you start dating because you never know when you might meet that person. You know what I'm saying? You got to have at least your mind right, you know, to receive, be able to receive. So, yeah, this is, again, J.I. Love Daily Talk Show. Um, I will try to be on here tomorrow again, you know, so we can keep this a consistent thing. Yeah, so we're gone. Peace. I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it. Need to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, to win it, I'm in 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 it, to win it, yeah. You need to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, to win it, I'm in it, I'm in it, I'm in it, to win it, yeah. I'm in it to win it, yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. I'm already winning, yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning, yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning, yeah. He gives me the vision with wisdom and rhythm within him. We already winning, yeah. The devil was in his business of business. That's beginning, the Lord is my witness. Just as forgetting, it's like a magician. He seems to forgive except transition. He's been on a mission. Except transition, he's been on a mission to give you the vision. It's just the beginning. The devil was in it. I know you be sinning. Let's watch how you living. Yeah, you will be forgiven. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.